All right, live at Dalton Park. First grade T20 Illawrra cricket grand final. Balgownie, the self-proclaimed big dogs of the comp, playing Dapto, who are last year's premiers in the two-day competition, so it should be a good game. I have my sidekick next to me representing Balgownie Cricket Club, James Dixon.
How you going, Jack?
Well, so opening up for Balgownie, we've got Adam Berwick, red-hot form, coming off 150. And they've also got Torn Stannon at the other end, who the other week scored about a 20-ball 100 against Kira. So should be a very entertaining start if Torn gets going. And Berwick can hit him over the fence too at times. So I think Balgownie will back themselves to score maybe 150, 160. James, who would you say is your favourite player at your cricket club, Balgownie?
Would be Jamie Fleming.
What's his greatest attribute as a cricketer?
His right arm off, he's pretty good. And his wit in the field.
And agility. A few of the Balgownie boys have told me they are a little sore after a couple of days of cricket, but I'm sure they can step up today. Looks like Paddy Hammond is going to open up for Dapto. Quality left arm quick. And Berwick to take the first ball.
Can anyone confirm if Adam Berwick went to Cornwall Pools this morning?
Yeah, Berwick, a big fan of the Facebook check-in, likes to know, or to let everyone know where he is. So he might have been checked in at Dalton Park today.
Yeah. Where's his manager? Social media manager. Adam Berwick is facing the first ball.
So the field they got set looks like they've got one out mid-off and deep square. Ooh, flashing outside off stump. Dot ball.
Berwick in a bit of form. What do you make her say, 150?
Yeah, so they destroyed Kira yesterday, chasing down 268. I think it was only 2 down, so coming off lots of runs. Hopefully he's not too tired. I would say Dapto need Paddy Hammond to get some wickets early. Could be crucial.
Well placed.
Nice shot there to open Balgownie's innings. 2 to Adam Berwick. Just a punch off the back foot.
Looks like he's struggling a bit there.
I think he's pushing 50 these days, so good to see the older guys still playing. Pretty good start from Hammond here. Pretty tight lines, hard to score. No real boundary opportunities as yet.
Berwick slashing early.
I think I do like the field they got set for Berwick here. He's kind of pretty strong down the ground over the top, so they've got that mid-off back and just trying to keep it on that off-stump line, so I don't mind this plan.
Where is Adam Berwick's hot zone? Where does he score most of his runs?
Oh,
I should know. I am Balgownie's representative.
yeah, well, I'm not actually sure because I haven't played too much against him. Watched a little bit, but we'll just say all around the ground. Hot. Man is. Rising outside the off-stump. That's a good ball there. Not much width. Pretty quality over from Hammond there. Balgownie Cricket Club, none for 2.
So Torn, he's also coming off a bit of form. What do you reckon he's going to do?
Go hard from ball 1. Guaranteed. Really handy to have guys like him in your team that can hit over the top early in the power play. Really, 2 fielders out for him's probably not enough, so
bowler, Jack.
Looks like Shannon Bonney coming on, another left armour. So pretty handy opening bowlers for Dapto. I think these two, they'd probably be backing to take most of their wickets or at least keep those runs down to get them in the game. So they got deep square and deep long on out for Torn.
Interesting.
Almost looked like a bit of a slower ball there. Nice start. That's probably a decent tactic. I think Torn likes the ball coming on early, so holding back the pace, mixing it up.
How about your beloved second grade, Jack? Didn't fare too well?
Yeah, so Kira's second grade today, woeful. 56, not enough. But well done, NDs. Pretty quality side, did it easy. So pretty quiet start here. I didn't really expect that from Bergani. They normally back themselves to get off to a flyer. Won't be too long before something happens though.
Wow, that was quite slow.
Yeah, so it looks like he's just kind of bowling some cutters there and he's just tried to get inside him, but no bat on ball.
Balgownie without one of their star players, Luke McGregor, today. He's down in Melbourne.
Yeah, that's a big win for Balgownie, Luke McGregor not being available. I think they'd all prefer him not to be in the side, so those little wins can count. Hope Luke's listening. Drive there to mid-on to get off the mark. I think Dapto would be pretty wrapped with his start. Well, hang on.
Is that no ball?
No ball.
Free hit?
Yep. So, Berwick on strike. Free hit. Front foot, no ball. All right, Dixon, tell me, where is your fellow clubmate going to hit this one?
I reckon mid-wicket. Slog sweep.
I'm going to say
straight into Corrimal Pools.
they can change the field for this ball because the batsman did change strike. I'm backing cover over the top four.
How much you want to put on it?
Next 10. Driven down the ground there. It's good bowling from Bonnie, just taking the pace off it. I
Nice
think.
and tight.
Yeah. Impressive start. So Balgownie, no wickets down, but probably not as many runs as they... Like I said, I think they're the kind of team that back themselves to try to get 60 in the power play, so... Another single there.
So yeah, Torn hasn't started turning it on at all.
No, they might have been down DLC working out some plans throughout the week, so...
What, Bally are at Dabdo Leagues?
Dapto.
Sorry, Dabdo are at Dabdo Leagues.
Their club sponsor, yes. And another single there to finish the over. So after 2 overs, Balgownie none for 8.
Boring cricket from Balgownie at the moment.
Actually, it looks like there's 1 ball to go after the free hit. Pretty cracking day out here at Dalton. Field looks in good nick. There's a nice shot through the covers.
That is his hot zone, I think.
Yeah. Any width, he kind of sweats on and just hits really hard through the ball. So great shot there to finish the over. Takes their score along to 12. So that boundary's pretty handy there because that gets them at the run rate of 6 and over, which is a good start. No wickets down. Hammond looking like he's coming back for his second over. quick single into the cover region. I think Berwick normally probably gives himself a few overs before he starts going too hard. He'll just look to get Torn on strike, I'd say. So they got deep long on for Torn and deep mid wickets. I think he'll be targeting with that angle across him. Fairly certain we'll be looking at kind of point cover region here.
The mid-off boundary is very, it's been brought in quite...
Yeah, the ropes are in because the boundaries are massive here at Dalton, so hopefully a few of the boys can send some over. And there we go. Width there and slaughtered through the offside.
Do you reckon that was edgy or he meant it?
No, I think he kind of plays with an open face there. We'll back him with that one. Got a replay here from Bar TV. So he kind of, really sweats on that. And you can see he just whacks his wrist through the ball there. And the ball flies off his bat. Great shot. Comeback ball there. No run scored, just a backward point. So James, who do you think is coming in next for Balgownie in your batting lineup?
Well, normally it's Luke McGregor, but for some reason he's not here. One of the greatest athletes of all time. Yeah, and if I know my Balgownie cricket, I think they will put Steve-O in next.
Okay, so well bowled there. That was uppishly played, not time, just fell short of the fielder there. So I think Torn will keep backing himself to go hard. So I'm thinking this ball, either a boundary or a wicket. Full toss there and straight through the keeper. Got away with that one.
How many boundaries have there been? 2?
Yeah, 2 so far, both for Torn. I think we saw in the second grade game that boundaries are a little harder to come by than maybe...
I think runs were hard to come by in the second grade game.
Oh, he's trapped him on the crease there. Big appeal. Down on one knee.
That's a huge appeal. Back him up.
All right, so smack bang on. 6 runs and over. No wickets down, which I think is pretty massive for Bally because I know they're missing a few big name players today.
Look at that appeal. Nathan Lyon, eat your heart out. Well, the boys will do. If Balgownie win without McGregor, it will be a miracle because he is one of the greatest players in Illawrra sport.
Yeah, self-proclaimed captain killer, gets the captains out of each side, bats, bowls, fields. All-round athlete.
Just doesn't wear a hat either. Shot.
Oh, it's going to fall.
Oh,
great
what a
catch on the boundary.
Epic catch.
Really well taken in the outfield. That's impressive because really coming off the ropes there, moving in hard, low. That's a great grab.
Well, he kind of stood still for a bit and then he rushed in and specky.
But Berwick kind of dragging that one across. I think he was trying to hit a little straight in that. And yeah, that's a ripping catch. So big wicket there. Berwick dismissed. Balgownie now 1 for 18.
Didn't quite get a hold of it.
Yeah, I think maybe a little inside edge. It's like I was trying to...
That's a ripping catch.
I think he was trying to go straighter there.
Looking very grey, Adam Berwick.
Yeah, good to see his hair matching his shirt there.
Yeah. Very George Clooney-esque. So Robbie Fisher's in the bat, is he?
Oh, this is your team, James. You should know. Looks like Fisher at the end.
Yeah, I see Robbie down at training every Thursday.
And the pub after.
Does a bit in the nets.
So they're pretty experienced players, Bally. Fisher's been around for a long time and is a good accumulator of runs. So they've got him in at 3.
I think Torn has to go here. Come on.
That's a well played little late
very
cut
good
there.
shot.
Looks like it's running away. Yep, 4 runs.
Very crafty there from Torn Stanham.
They might need to Might need to reassess this field placing. They might need to risk maybe bringing that bloke off the fence at deep mid-wicket, and maybe getting another one through that third man point region for Torn. So Bonnie coming in again.
Boys seem to be battling with this medium pace.
Yeah, I think.
Not a bad tactic from Dapto.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty handy start from, you know, keeping him 1 for 22 at this stage. They'll probably be happy with that. Another wicket here would be pretty huge. But I think if Bally can keep batsmen down the end, wickets in hand, could be a big total. Well bowled there, slow ball, and not so well fielded for a 1. So here's Fisher. Loves to be in the contest. They're always hungry for runs. No run scored there. No, Rob Fisher rates himself on the greens as well. Bit of a gun lawn bowler.
Taking Luke McGregor under his wing as well. That's another sport that Luke McGregor kills it in, lawn bowls.
Dynamic duo, those two. On and off the field. Okay, no runs scored. No, looks like...
This is boring cricket from Balgani. I hate to say it about my team, but dead set.
1 for 23.
Is this a new bowler, Jack?
Yeah, it looks like Dapto's changing it up now. One of the young guys. Right, so change of bowler, Leighton Callaway coming on for Dapto now. Torn on strike, and 2 overs remaining in the power play, which is...
He's got to go. He's got to go after him.
I think with 2 out, he will back himself most balls here, the younger bowler. Try to get after him from ball 1.
Okay.
Little flick over the infield, not timed, but single.
Where's Robbie Fisher's hot zone?
Oh, I think...
Cow corner?
Does like to play square of the wicket, but like I said, a bit more of an accumulator. He'll just keep grinding it out. Take a few balls to get going, but I think kind of Bally needs that balance, so they can keep wickets in hand.
Very open stance, Robbie Fisher, when he's batting.
Yeah, so not well, kind of mistimed down there to mid-on. So I think pressure is building slightly on Bally here.
There we go.
That's a great
shot.
Great shot there on the ground. Shot of the day so far, I think, that one.
For sure.
So there, that might be his hot zone, James.
Yeah, straight down the ground.
Right, got the replay here. So a pitched up ball, and he kind of walked at him there and just got to the pitch of the ball and bang, straight down the ground. Top shot. That moves Bally's score on to 27. So Callaway in again. Missed time there into the cover region, no run. So I know being a Balgownie cricketer, James, you're backing them, but who do you think's the biggest threat for Dapto?
Is Chris Giorgio playing?
He is.
Wow.
So he's your next favourite player from an opposing club, I'd say.
He is my favourite player. Old Gonzo, that huge snoz of his.
Dot ball there. That's well bowled. Decent over here because he had to go over the top to get that four, so a little bit of risk involved. They got mid on, mid off back now. Hopefully he can kind of close this one out with a dot. Be a
Over cover.
Pretty handy over.
Lofted drive over cover. Watch this.
Dot back to the bowler.
It's tidy from Dapto.
Yeah, so 5 overs gone. 1 for 27. So last over of the power play. Torn on strike. Could be fireworks. So a few players on the hill there. Soaking it all in. So this morning, first grade had their semi-finals, so might be a few weary cricketers out there. So Dapto was successful. So just a single there. So Fisher kind of summing up his options here, looking at where the fielders are. Work little single to square leg there. So it's kind of in the balance. I wouldn't really say either team's on top at the moment. I'd say Dapto would be pretty happy with the start, and I also think Bally are doing all right as well, so evenly poised. Another well bowled ball. Block hole, no run. This is good bowling.
So still bowling nice and tight, Jack?
Yeah, well, I did expect more boundaries from Bally at this stage, but they might kind of think maybe 130, 140 might do it here, so might have kind of tried to keep those wickets in hand. It's well bowled again. Give an inside edge down the fine leg, a single.
Yeah, I do know my Balgownie Cricket Club, and this is a bit rare from them. They normally come out guns blazing.
Not afraid to talk up their own ability, the Balgownie cricketers.
Yeah, tin together, win together is what we always say.
And well played shot out in the covers. Got the sweeper out there. 1 run scored.
With wickets in hand, you'd think they might start turning it on.
Yep. Maybe the ball might just be a little bit slow off the wicket out there, not quite coming onto the bat at this stage. So if second grade was anything to go by, maybe a bit of a lower scoring affair.
Shot.
He's got right inside that, top edge, keeper under it, simple catch. Massive wicket there. Balgownie now 2 down, that's torn, dismissed.
So Steve-O out now, shares the same birthday as me.
Yeah, Michael Stevenson walking out the bat. So he tried to get right inside that one with fine leg up in the circle, top edge, and well caught by the keeper.
Well caught. It was a simple catch, Jack.
Well caught by the keeper. Really, I'd say that's probably might be the most vital wicket Dapto take today. So I'm going to say that Dapto's slightly on top at this stage.
Very much so, I think, Jack. Very boring cricket from Balgownie at the moment.
So Steve-O is coming out to bat. He probably won't hold back either, I wouldn't say. Go pretty hard from ball 1. I think Fisher, probably summing up the situation now, Fisher might just kind of settle himself in to bat the whole innings here and keep ticking it round. So it looks like it's Callaway coming on for his second over. So now the power play's over. They're allowed 5 outside the circle if they'd like. So they've got deep, mid-wicket, mid-on, mid-off, and cover.
Come on, Steve-O.
Well pitched up ball there, no run.
Very tight from Dapto here.
Yeah. I almost think at this stage they could maybe bring a few of those guys up and try to force the error from Bally, but playing a little conservative, but it seems to be working.
Pretty standard from Dapto, I think. Wow, Steve-O leaving in the 2020. Right, 6 here.
Ball was early.
Yep.
Third ball of his innings.
Square leg.
Well pitched up ball there, but just the single down the mid-off.
Nice arm.
I think with Dot being quite a big ground, it sometimes isn't easy to get a huge score here because boundaries aren't as easy to come across as some of the other smaller grounds across the region. So I know playing here can be tough sometimes unless someone's really going at it to get those 6s and 4s. And a little misfield there. Just the one though.
With wickets in hands, the boys need to start slashing, I reckon. What is it? 5 and over?
Yeah, just slightly under a run of ball. I do think though Bally probably
Turn it on at the end?
Yeah, I think they're kind of be looking for that 130, 140 mark. So another well pitched up ball. Got the field set straight, so it's good. I think Fisher might be looking, if he drops slightly short, to kind of play through point or square leg here, maybe get inside one.
He doesn't mind the short ball, Robbie Fisher, if I know my Balgownie cricketer player.
Kind of advancing there. He's hit that one well.
Oh,
risky single.
Oh, wow.
He was out by metres.
You have to be embarrassed for
He-
Dapto there.
Just took his eyes off the ball at the last second there. Probably panicked a little bit. Had a bit more time than he maybe thought. Just had to collect the ball. They've got the replay here from Bar TV. And
Wow.
as you can see, Paddy Hammond watching that from behind, throwing the hands up in despair. That could have been a huge wicket. Bit of a let-off there for Bally.
It's a new bowler here, Jack. It looks a bit like you, bald.
All right, so change of bowler. Edwards coming on here for Dapto. I know he was a member of last year's winning grand final team. Very handy cricketer. And he'll, I think this might suit the style of bowling they're going for, just taking the pace off it, setting that field back. Minimal boundaries.
Shot.
Great connection there through just backward a point. Flies away down for a 4. Not a bad ball there, but pretty top shot, just opening the face slightly.
I think Steve-O will look to go after this bloke here.
Despairing dive in the outfield. It'll be interesting to see when Dapto use their spinners. I know they've got Jai Phillips and they've also got Ben Chapman. Those two guys are going to come on in those later overs. No run scored there to point. Okay, so we've got Stevenson on strike. And has he got a feather on that?
No chance.
All right, this could be blow-ups.
Back to your...
All right, let's look here. Maybe a little bottom edge. He had a look too. I think that's a telltale sign if you've nicked it. You watch it go to the keeper and then pretend like you didn't hit it. Kind of sold himself out there. Maybe got away with one.
Have we got hotspot on Bar TV?
Snicko. All right, Edwards charging in again. All muscle. Okay, maybe a chance of a 2 here. No. I think maybe in their younger days these two would have pushed for 2 there, but a bit weathered.
Robbie Fisher's never run a 2 in his life.
All right, so run rate's still kind of hovering around that 6 mark. 7.4 overs gone, 2 for 41.
What do you reckon Bally want to be on by the 10th over?
10th over,
60?
yeah, I think they're looking 60 plus, but looks a bit out of reach at the moment unless someone really gets going. Well bowled there.
Very tight bowling from Balgan. From Dad though.
Pretty impressive. They've just been able to keep that length, not half volleys, but just back of a length bowling, not short enough to get pull or cut. So bowling well to plans here. The last ball at Edwards overs. And bunted back into the stumps at the non-strikes, then no run scored.
Tidy over.
Yep, well bowled. Maybe a bit unlucky, a bit stiff with that edge. Might have to ask Michael after the game if he got a tickle on that one. So 2 for 41 off 8.
Are you a walking man, Jack, if you get given not out?
No. Got to take them when you can get them. The umpire gives you not out.
So I just got a message here from a couple of my good fellow Balgownians, Corbin and Brandy Brown, in Hawaii.
So yeah, bit of a blow for Bally having those 2 out, but enjoying their time on the island, tanning up. Right, so
Looking forward to seeing the holiday photos, especially if Sari features in any of them.
looks like Hammond coming back on the bowl here. A few of the local cricketers watching down the sidelines there. Looks like a few Wollongong boys. Right, just adjusting the sight screens down the back there. It looks like they're splitting them up, so he might come over and then around the wicket.
Over then around.
Depending on who's on strike. So we've got great angles from Bar TV. You've got the big cherry picker up behind the sight screen there, getting that top angle. All bases covered, doing a great job for local cricket. Big thanks to Mark Johnson from Johnson Legal. Always organising these days. It's a great day every year here at Dalton, the finals day.
Nice good quick single there.
Fisher shuffling down for a quick one.
Very agile.
So it looks like they kind of brought Hammond back on here to try to get that next big wicket. Going round the wicket, left arm.
Oh, no.
And bowled. Huge wicket there. Looks like he just tried to whip that one and middle pole rocked back. We've got our replay here. Pretty decent ball. Bit of
very good ball.
Movement in there. Stumps everywhere.
He'll be watching that for the rest of his life, Robbie.
Something to work on through the week. Righto, so 3 down now. For 42. Run rate under 6 and over now.
Not too sure who this is going out to bat. Must be a new player.
So I think it's Lackenby going out to bat now, a younger guy. Normally a very strong batting side up Bally, but I think...
Well, they are struggling without Luke McGregor, to be honest.
Yeah.
He brings a lot to the team.
Yeah, actually, I did play a game against Luke in a 2020 early this season. He managed to score 3 off 20 balls, so he's always handy to chip in.
Not bad with the ball too.
Yeah. Captain Jamie Fleming actually calls McGregor the passenger. You just have to kind of carry him towards titles.
You probably got to carry him to the pitch. That's how hungover he is.
Alright, so just a bit of a delay here. Looks like the sight screens again being moved. Generally up to the responsibility of the batting side to manoeuvre the sight screens, but
We find out Balgownie, not once are they doing that.
yeah, true Bally style. Just forced Apter to do it.
What's your thoughts on these Dapto bucket hats?
Yeah, different. But Dapto is a different place, isn't it? So I wouldn't expect anything different. Dot ball there.
Wickets in hand, they've got to start going.
I think you'll find, James, when they lose a quick wicket in 2020, you want to consolidate and not just throw your wickets away like Kiri did in second grade. Perfect example. Well clipped there, I think.
Did he get that on that?
I think he did, and that'll be a 4 down a fine leg. So good start for Luckamy there. Always good to get a boundary.
Leg by.
Okay. So we've got something on it. Keep the scoreboard ticking. Fielded down there by Chris Giorgio.
Ah, the Wombat. I can see his nose from here.
I'm a little bit disappointed with that one, I think. Not looking straight down the leg side there. So, still got the 4 fielders out. They're all set straight though, so.
Bit of a gap, square leg, fine leg.
Okay, played through backward point.
I'm impressed with the bowling from Dapto here. Nothing short.
Yeah, I think their lines have been pretty good. I know playing against Bally earlier this year in a 2020, they are about none for 100 off 7 overs, so we copped it off them. So I think keeping them to 3 for 47 is a huge start for them. So Hammond in again.
Great ball.
Block hole, no run. All right, pretty important over there. I wasn't sure if he was going to come on till later to finish out his 3rd over, but they got him in there and got the wicket, the Fisher, so things kind of coming together for Dapto. Dapto probably missing Dallas Skyfleet, one of their better players, with bat and ball today, but hopefully to get the job done without him. Okay, and I think we got Ben Chapman coming on to bowl.
Chapo.
El Chapo.
So a bit of spin.
Yeah, Chapo bowl, right arm off spin.
El Chapo.
So, Luckamy on strike. Run rate sitting at 5.9.
Not the best, but can Dapto chase?
Look, they've had a bit of a up and down season, but yeah, they've definitely got the ability to do it. Like I said, last year's premiers in the 2-day comp, beating Bally, so I suppose they've got a little mental edge over them. So, first ball here. Bowled.
Wow.
And umpire Steve say even putting the finger up even though the stump's gone back, so just to make sure he knew he was done. Okay, we're going to replay here. Okay, so maybe some signs of struggle here from Bally, losing their 4th wicket.
So normally Luke McGregor would come into bat here and he would probably save the game.
Yes, I'm just looking now. I'm not sure who's coming up for Bally.
It's not fat enough to be phlegm, is it?
No, looks a bit fitter. So that's a great start as a spinner. If you can get a wicket early, build your confidence up. It's kind of make or break in T20. You can come on and get carded, or that can happen first ball. So well bowled. Good captaincy decision there to get the spinner on. All right, in for his second ball here. Plenty of pressure on.
Wow, quicker one.
Yeah, quicker ball there, pushed through. So James, who have we got on strike here from your club?
I'm not too sure. I think it could be Jamie Fleming or Tinneth Fleming.
Nudged into the offside, collected.
Well run.
Sneaky single. I think you might be right. I think that's Flem.
Tinneth.
So Flem might have to step up today with a bat, but does rate himself, so he'll back himself in for 50.
Does bat well though, Tinneth Fleming.
That's a nice shot there. Should be an easy two. A lot of ground to cover on the offside. All right, so Bally's sitting at 4 for 50. So I'm going to say Dapto would be definitely wrapped with this start. It's another nice shot there, just using the pace, hitting behind point for another two. So Stevenson just kind of hitting his straps here. I think he's probably summed up the situation knowing he can't go too mad from ball
Steve
one.
has got to stay in.
Yep, so he might be key for Bally making that larger score if they're going to push over 6 and over. So I think looking back at the that catch on the boundary to dismiss Berwick could be a big turning point, I think. A catch like that can really turn the game. If he'd grasped that one and Berwick had got going like he has been this weekend.
To be honest, I think Berwick probably wanted to go back to the pools. Threw his wicket away.
He's a fan of laps, and that's another.
That's a good shot.
And that's going to run all the way for 4. So, after the great start the over, maybe
not even Pinocchio could have stopped that.
I think the field placings might have to change, kind of pushing them through a little quicker. But yeah, that's well run
Superb shot.
Yeah, definitely deliberate, well run off the face, and a much needed boundary. So we're at the score at 4 for 56. If I was going to ask for your projected score,
Well, do you want to put money on it?
yeah, we can wager 5.
50.
Maybe you'll transfer it to me Monday if I win.
No. I reckon happy with 120.
Is that your exact total though? I want an exact total.
Yeah, 120.
All right, I'm going to go 119. Okay, Edwards
Edward Scissorhands.
coming in. Strong bowler.
Was Edwards going from the other
Yes,
end?
yeah, they've swapped him around now, so there's a wide.
Nice start.
Been quite, haven't given away too many sundries. There was that free hit earlier, but not punished. So we've got Fleming on strike. I think Flems does hit well straight. I think that's his strength. So
That is his hot zone, Tinneth, if I know my Tinneth.
Okay. No run scored again.
Another bowler that looks like you, Jack.
I think you mentioned that. This guy's going to stick together. Follically challenged.
Oh, great ball.
That's well bowled. Like I said, I think this bowling in T20 is handy. Just mix it up with slower balls. Kind of have that length set. Not half volley, but just back of a length and set your field straight. A little lofted drive there, but hit into the gap, so that's a nice shot from Fleming. And if
Well run too.
If I was Dapto, I'd be throwing to his end each time. Nice shot.
Why is
there.
that, Jack?
He's slow.
Oh. Sheep aren't normally good at running between wickets.
Yeah, so a little bit of a chat there, but that's probably not tactics. That's probably because he wants a breather. Smart cricketer, though.
Are we going back to Collies tonight, Steve-O?
Knows those little tactics.
Wow.
Okay, charging,
What was that?
wafting, no run scored. I like the intent, though.
Yeah, well, judging by that, Fleming's going to go after it.
Okay, Edwards in again.
Oh, shot.
All right, run out and on.
Wow, well run.
Poor throw. That's probably
Actually, Jamie Fleming running a quick single then, or what?
a little bit of indecision. And if you look at the
let's watch this
replay
again.
here,
Look at that, straight.
well gathered there, but the throw,
Oh, he was out by yards.
yeah, hard to kind of tell from this angle, but
Hard to tell. He's out by yards. Oh,
and bowled. Looked like late in swing there. That's a top ball, and that's
so that 120 is not looking good at all.
no, and that's Steve-O gone as we watch the replay. Wide of the crease there, and
Lots of Dapto have been bowling super tight.
yeah,
Fleming's the only option here. He's got to go after it.
okay, so I think that's their 5th wicket now. Run rate just kind of, they're hovering around that 5 to 6 mark, but now
It's
that
not
they're-
bad, but it's not good.
That's right. They are kind of leaving the game open here for Dapto to maybe swoop in and beat them in another final, which they wouldn't be happy about.
Is that Jason Keith out there now?
I think so. Might be Jace Bunyan coming up for Bally. Steve-O walking off to the sheds.
Well, normally I think this is where Luke McGregor would be vital for the team.
Yeah, I think he'd be hauled up in a Melbourne hotel room right now watching live. And probably telling everyone in that hotel room how he would have done better. So Chapman coming in for his second over.
El Chapo. So El Chapo going to keep throwing out his pies.
That's well bowled there.
He's bowling well, to be honest.
Got that early breakthrough.
Flem's got to go drop the knee, Flem.
So he might have dropped his knee back in the day, but gout kind of hit him hard in the last few years, so not sure if he'll get down on one knee.
You used to live with him, didn't you?
Yeah. Creaky joints. But still manages to get plenty of wickets and handy runs for Bally.
Oh,
And
wow.
stumped.
Oh, wow.
Sharp work with the gloves there. Advancing and was still out of his ground. Couldn't get that foot back.
You've got to be
And-
proud. Dapto have put on an amazing performance here.
Yep.
Tight.
6 for 60. So we've got the Bar TV replay. Chapman pushing it through there. And that's well bowled. I think a bit of an arm ball there.
So Cody Freeman walking out to bat with one of those helmets that screams, "I don't bat."
Higher than 9. So the two guys in now are the opening bowlers for Bally. But they can contribute. Bunyan's always handy for Bally getting runs down the order. So he might step up today. He's been well rested over the school holidays.
Yeah, I've been watching Bunyan in the nets lately, and he's starting to hit the ball quite clean, quite crisp.
All right, so talk us through his hot zone.
Hot zone for Bunyan would probably be edge through slip.
Okay, so we do have Freeman on strike, the new batsman. And Bally and all sorts. 6 down. It's a nice way to get off the mark. Always nice in T20. If you can get that first ball away for a single or anything more than that, get that confidence up, keep the scoreboard ticking. That's a nice shot there in the gap. So running away up through cover. Looks like he's just kept it in there, only 2. So Chapman with a few key breakthroughs, a good little spell here. That's well bowled. Managed to kind of squirt it away for 1. All right, so pretty handy if you can get a batsman to come in and knock it round like Freeman did there. So 6 for 67. Our adjusted run rate now looking at 5.5. 12 overs gone, so 8 remaining. All right, so Edwards charging in again. Well bowled. No run scored. I'm thinking with what else Dapto might have up their sleeves. I was thinking they might bring Jai Phillips on the leggy. I think this would be a great time to bring him on the next few overs with Bally only 4 wickets remaining. So we'll see if he gets a roll later. Kept a little low there. I think, yeah, the wicket maybe a touch slow. So I think at this point, Bally's probably readjusted. They're probably looking at 100, I'd say. So my 119 is looking better than the 120 you guessed, James.
How much we put on it? 50 cents?
$5. No run scored.
So I just went to the toilet for a toilet break, and I got a message from Luke McGregor. He said, if I was in there, I'd put 50 on the board. Expletive Dapto. So Valgani 100% missing their 1-star Luke McGregor.
Okay, well played through covers there, but a little uppish, but got that sweeper back, so easy one. So it looks like Paddy Hammond's captaining the Dapto boys out there today, calling the shots. Maybe with Chris Giorgio trying to contribute as vice-captain, but probably being ignored.
With the human nose trying to set fields.
So we've got Bunyan on strike here. Showing all 3 stumps. And a
well played.
Single
I
there.
told you that was his shot straight down the ground.
So pretty important. Bally just keep those runs ticking because boundaries a little harder to come by than normal.
Very scarce.
But all brought about by pressure from Dapto. Bowling to plans, that's what you want. So Freeman on strike.
There could very well be a big party at DLC tonight.
Okay.
To be honest, I kind of want to go.
Chris Giorgio pretty happy about fielding that ball. Hands like cymbals normally, so you like that one.
He did well to see the ball past his nose.
All right, Chapman.
El Chapo, he's probably the star bowler.
Yeah, a few key breakthroughs. We've got some glass out in the field.
Keithy, come on. Jason Keith has that arrogance, and I think he could hit a 6 this over.
Yeah, he can go long, but like I said, I think with 7 overs still in play.
Yep, got to go. Always. That's the Balgownie mentality. Always go.
Okay, he's kind of managed to get that one down a fine leg. And well fielded.
You watching the same game as me?
2 runs scored.
So, Chapdog bowling very well for Dapto.
A decent little recovery, 6 down. These guys have managed to
I still reckon my 120's looking pretty good.
work the 1s and 2s.
Keithy doing well, finding the gap.
Another 2 there.
He looks exhausted already. This is where Balgownie really need their star player, Luke McGregor. He would just come into his element here, push the 1s and 2s, maximums. Really missing out.
Well worked off the pads there. 1 scored. Potential overthrows, but cut off. So Balgownie moved along to 6-4, 72. So full toss there, but not timed. Kind of got away with that one. Another 2 though. I think these 2 batsmen have managed to push more 2s than the other batsmen so far for Bally, so they might be looking for a promotion up the order next week.
Great shot.
So a little kind of leg stump line there, and he's just knocked that off his pads. And fairly well fielded. Kept it to 2.
Pretty great shot for someone wearing that pleb helmet.
Freeman, it handy all-rounder.
Could get him a new helmet.
Ooh. Chapman floated that one up a little bit. It's well bowled. Play and miss. No run scored. 6 for 76 of 14. So we've got a big crowd out here at Dalton Park today. Stands are packed. 2 Illawrra cricket heavyweights going at it. Dapto and Bally, bit of rivalry. And looks like Edwards is going to bowl out his 4th over here.
Edwards has been bowling well though.
Yeah, I think all the Dapto guys have done their job. Going to be pretty wrapped with this, but I think any score over 100 might be hard to chase. Well, that's a great shot down the ground.
So who's Dapto got to chase the runs? Chris Giorgio?
Yes.
Can he get out nose before wicket?
He might be key. Coming in the middle order. Not exactly sure of their batting list, but we will see. So Freeman on strike. Block hole.
Yeah, just every ball.
He's getting some late tail in as that
Doing
ball,
a great job.
as that ball's getting a little older. So handy bowling.
See, block hole every time.
Yeah, another well pitched up ball. I think with that late movement back in, they're struggling with their timing. No width.
I've said it before, but like if Luke McGregor was playing this game, Balgownie would be saved.
Yeah, might be the difference in the end, letting his club down.
Very much so.
Freeman on strike. Played across the line there, and
that was a great appeal. He wouldn't have given it if he didn't appeal that hard.
finger has gone up, so...
Is that Keithy?
No.
Freeman.
Got our replay here. Let's check this one out.
Oh, plum.
Yeah, that's smashing leg stump, so... Nice decision by the umpire. All right, score 7 for 77 off 14.3. So I think if this run rate keeps up, they'll definitely get over 100, but it's the wickets that are the problem at the moment. And it looks like we've got Callum coming out to bat for Dapto. Also known as Gareth Ward, member for Kiama.
That will do me.
Sure, a few locals know who Gareth Ward is.
Yeah, he's out batting now.
Taking his centre guard. No offence to Gareth Ward by that comparison either. If I can think of a few other lookalikes, I'll bring them through to you. Send them in to me if you want. Inbox me.
The abominable snowman.
Edwards tight again.
Has Gareth Ward actually played a game of cricket?
Not sure. Doesn't really look like the athlete. But I know that Callum played plenty of cricket and can get some handy runs for Bally. Hits hard down the order.
Oh, great ball.
That's a well bowled dot.
I've been super impressed by Tapto's bowling today.
It's big coming from a Balgownie guy saying that.
Yep. Even I can pass my team and give credit where credit's due.
Okay, so we got 5 to go.
They got to go.
As James has been saying most of the afternoon, they have to go. But we haven't really seen the fireworks we expected. So...
Well, I know this has already been said, but if El McGregor was playing out there now, there would be maximums.
You're just going to have to forget that, James. He's not available for today, so...
True. The captain killer.
So we've got Bunyan on strike.
Bunyan does love these clutch moments.
Yeah, big game player.
I reckon he can shine here. Jason Keith.
They pitched up there. This is Bonnie back on the bowl. A little surprise, I thought. Tapto would have bore on Phillips, bowling his leggies, but looks like they're sticking with the...
Man, these right arm mediums.
Well, this guy's bowling left arm.
Sorry. These left arm mediums.
There's actually 2 bowlers who have been bowling left arm here today. These are handy slow balls. It looks like he's really running his fingers over the top of the ball there. No pace on. And Gareth struggling a little bit at this stage. Looks like a few weary players out there from both sides. The semi-final this morning might have taken it out of them.
Not a bad shot there from Gareth.
No run scored though. Well bowled by Bonnie. I think every good team needs a left arm quick just to change those angles up, and Dapto got 2 of them, so there might be the difference.
These guys aren't quicks. Oh, Gaz.
Flicked off his pads. That's going to fall short. Just the single. Right, so Bally Currently sitting at 7 for 79. 100 still in reach, but 3 wickets in hand, so they'll have to pick their time. Definitely don't want to get rolled before those 20 overs.
But still have to go.
Okay, skied ball there.
It's going to be a tough catch.
Coming under.
Oh, my God.
And he's grasped it.
Hands like concrete.
Hanging his... I think his problem, he didn't get under the ball there. It was always dropping on him. He needed to make a... Get under that ball a little earlier, I think. That was Chapo.
Little chap dog.
So we got our replay here. So skied ball mistimed. A bit too casual, perhaps.
You always told me that when you're catching the high ball, you got to go the underarms instead of the...
Yeah, fingers pointing to the sky is a preferred technique. As Kira's fielding coach, I work with my players week in, week out.
Are you talking about the players that lost that grand final about 2 hours ago?
Yep, those ones. Great performance.
What would you have done differently?
I just would have performed, but these things happen. All right. Last over for Bonnie here, or ball. He's gone right across there.
Oh, wow.
Inside edge.
It looks as if he might not have hit that.
Yeah.
The body language on that.
We'll have to see on the replay.
But that is Balgownie for you if...
You see the replay here. So he's gone right across his stumps. Oh, I'm not sure. What do you think, James? Is that pad or bat?
If I know Keithy, he's chopped that in half.
You're just maybe trying to sell the hard luck story, I guess.
Well, that's what Balgownie cricket's built on.
Arguing decisions, or is that Wollongong?
Wow. Don't have to get political, Jack.
Unfortunately, Wollongong couldn't be with us today on grand final day.
Pretty interesting, a yellow helmet out there.
Okay, so we've got past winners here. As you can see, there's Oak Flats in there, so obviously the comp was combined that year. Few wins for Kira. I can see 3 of them.
Oak Flats have got a really good bowler, don't they, Doc?
I'm not too sure. He definitely plays in the South Coast League. I'm not sure if it's for Oak Flats, but he's a big fan of our work, Doc.
Darren O'Connell, is it?
Yeah, we used to play a few games against him in cricket. Great bloke.
Probably the nicest guy you'll ever meet, on and off the field.
So big shout out to Darren if he's watching.
Yeah, Darren, if you're listening, inbox me.
Also a great player for the Rock Lobsters, that guy.
He is a rock lobster.
Okay, so at the moment, 8 for 81.
4 overs, two in hand.
We've got Dean Watson coming out for Balgownie with the canary yellow helmet, which is interesting, seeing as though he's playing for Bally. Well bowled there.
He's backing up quite a fair bit too. He could get run out here.
All right, so we've got 4 overs to go.
120, nowhere near on the cards.
No, they need 10 and over, and it just doesn't look possible at the moment. So we've got Callum on strike here.
Gareth.
The White Wizard. Big appeal, but no.
I'm not too sure what for.
Yeah, no support from his fellow cricketers there, so...
Is there a replay on this?
Might just be able to assume he didn't hit that one. So sticking with the tried and tested medium pace and
so there's Keithy there.
a bit of pelvic thrusting down there. I'm not sure if that's cricket related, but each their own. On the foam roller.
What would he be doing later on tonight if they get up?
The boys might hit the spa, I reckon. Or Steve-O's pool, possibly.
I better get slung an invite, to be honest.
Well, you play for them, so you'd assume so. All right. 8 for 81. Dropped a little short there, but looks like...
There's got to be a run there, Gareth.
Yeah, I think he probably had to take off there. I think covering some ground, pick up and throw wasn't going to happen, so maybe missed a little opportunity to get himself off strike.
How much do you want it, Gareth? That's better.
Yeah, full toss there. Worked off his legs. Kept to 2.
So normally Brandy Brown would be coming in now.
Yep. A few of the players from Ballymont have been dropped today for disciplinary reasons.
Well, I got a message from Corbin Brown, said Brandy may have been at a adult establishment last night in Hawaii. We'll just leave it there.
Oh.
Excellent running.
Oh, that's a really silly throw at this stage, but
Wow, the shoot is on the keeper's end.
he's gone 50 metres past the stumps. He's run 8 there, but he got back for 2. Bit of a, I think that's that's a captain killer there right there. You don't unnecessary throws at the stumps in T20s, not needed, but only cost him 1. So 3 overs remaining, 8 for 85. Run rate bang on 5. Watson yet to face the ball, I think. I'm looking forward to seeing how he hits them. New player to Bally this year. It's unlike them to kind of get ring-ins, most games and find players from anywhere.
I want to know where he's from.
You've got a rotating system of 22 good first graders through their first grade team.
And if you're unavailable, you just don't play second grade.
Why is that?
Too sure, Jack? Probably not worth it.
All right, Chapman. Full toss. And he's missed a beat there. No run.
So where's this guy from?
I think he played grade cricket maybe in the
For Western Australia?
This-
Like, where's that helmet from?
the Sydney region somewhere, not too sure.
Very Larry. You have to be a good bat if you're going to wear a yellow helmet.
All right, Chapman in again.
Wow, very tidy over, El Chap Dog.
It's building. I think with that pressure now, he has to change something.
He's going to charge down this.
They could push 2 here if they get in and out. He's set.
Oh, wow. Oh, my word.
That was
disgusting. No other way to describe it.
So that was an interesting run out. So watch this replay. Across the line. They should be in and out for 2.
Look at Gareth. There's no way he's coming back.
We could say that Gareth might have been labouring there. It's a throw that's almost hit the umpire. And
That's probably the worst wicket in cricket history.
the cool head of Ben Chapman to remove the bails rather than throwing it.
Is that a gold helmet?
Yeah, it does have a touch of gold.
That is very Larry.
Okay. Panic stations for Balgownie cricket. They are 9 for 86.
Whoop, just got a message from Luke McGregor. Wish I was playing, I would have turned up.
They've got 14 balls remaining, so
100% someone's getting out. They ain't lasting the 20 overs.
yeah, so it's a bit of a tough call in this situation, whether do you just go hard or you try to milk.
Always. That's Balgownie's mentality. Go hard or go home.
That's right, like you've been saying. Looks like we've got Declan coming out here to bat for Balgownie at number 11. We do have the key man Gareth Ward on strike though, so I'm still backing him.
Yeah, our local member of parliament, Gareth Ward, also a very handy cricketer. El Chap Dog doing wonders in the field.
That's well bowled.
Oh. The common denominator has to be Gareth Ward there. Almost another run out.
He's looking at his bat. Don't blame your equipment. Last ball for Chapman. And he's really rocketed that one in. Quicker ball. And after their attempt at 2 last time, they're going to keep that one to a single to close out the
Tactical from Gareth there, farming the strike.
18th over. 9 for 87.
Glad we didn't put that 50 on, to be honest.
Transfer to the 5 on Monday. All right. 2 to go. Right, so 120 out of reach, we would say, at this stage. So, James, if you could go back in time and project a more accurate score, what would it be?
94.
Okay. It's really good bowling. Block hole stuff. Only the one.
So, Balgownie have Jason Keith opening the bowling. Who else opens again?
I think it'll be Freeman.
Freeman handy.
Yes, good swing bowler.
Balgownie's still in this, to be honest. We've ripped him to shreds, but...
Yeah, they're not short of confidence regardless of what score they get, whether it be 200, 80, 52, back themselves to win. Maybe even sledge the other team out of it.
Oh, that wouldn't be unlike Balgownie.
So I think they're when they go into the sheds, there might be some talk of how they can rattle some of the Dapto key players into some false shots. Very impressed with the bowling from Dapto though. Tight lines.
Super impressed.
That's sliding down leg. Ooh. Not out. Umpires have done a great job today. Making good decisions. Leg by there. One of the thankless jobs being an umpire. All right, so Callum on strike here. Great shot down the ground. Probably hit it too well. But they are coming back for two.
Great running.
And young Declan might be the fittest of the Bally guys, so...
Well, the top order could look at that and take notes. Torn Stanham.
Maybe something you could work on them.
Michael Stevenson.
During the week, James, you might be able to do some running between wickets coaching.
Yeah, well, I'll take the boys down Judy Masters next week. We can do a bit.
That was well struck there, but...
They've got to go. There's 2 overs. Get on one knee.
So, 7 balls remaining. 9 for 91. I'd say that if we had a live betting market on this game at the moment, I'd say that Dapto are into $1.60.
I still back Balgownie.
Balgownie maybe out to 220. That's a nice shot.
It's hard to get runs out there.
Almost took out a few birds.
The Rosellas.
But only the 2.
Last over. So Gareth Ward really has to do a bit in this last over.
9 for 93. So potentially can still make the 100. And Paddy Hammond is going to close it out for his team here, which I think is a good decision. So, got a feeling like Declan might just try to nudge a one here and get
Gareth Ward back on strike.
The the power hitter,
a local member of parliament.
Well done, captaining the side out there for Hammond. He looks like he's made plenty of good choices.
The Canaries doing plenty. Wow, who leaves the ball in the last over? That's ridiculous.
It's one of your club mates. Go easy.
Don't care.
Criminal, you could say.
Highly criminal.
Bat on ball stuff.
Arrest him.
Okay. Batting out of his crease here, but won't help him if he doesn't play a shot. See if he learns from that last ball. Okay, there's the one he was looking for.
And that brings Gareth Ward on strike.
Okay.
Our local albino cricketer. Which is quite rich coming from me, but anyway.
Sponsored by, if you look out closely on his bat, you can see a sponsor sticker from Banana Boat. Righto, 4 to go. He's hit a gap there.
That's 2 there.
Rolling away to the boundary, but it's going to pull up. I think you'll find he's done a pretty decent job here. He's kind of hung in there and he's managed to get the 2. So
Gareth Ward for Prime Minister. He's been the better of the Balgownie blokes.
Yep. A few of the regular first graders might find their spots in jeopardy with this kind of late performance.
Wow, he's not really even ready.
Might have missed out there. They don't have anyone back at square leg, and that's kind of leg stump line, but only the one.
The thing about Balgownie is, though, like if your spot's in jeopardy, it's not like you go play second grade. You just don't play until you're picked.
It's a hard
You either play first grade or you don't play.
It's a hard gig to get a spot in that second grade team, captained by the great Curtis Smith. So,
Oh, Curtis Smith.
single. All right. 98. So, like we've been talking about, potentially can get the 100 if they score a 2 here, which might be a psychological little boost for Bally when they look like they might get rolled for 80. So,
Yeah, well, Gareth has got them straight back in this game.
yep.
All right, last ball. Not a chance it's going for 4.
Okay, he's gone over the offside there. They should turn and come back. They should
They had
risk
a
it.
bird.
Interesting running. They're going to go for 3 here. Oh,
Go for
4.
4. Go for 4.
Got to.
Oh.
And there is the 100 that we talked about. They're going to finish on 101.
To be honest, I thought they were up a creek without a paddle, but they came back good then.
Yeah, so the odds have just adjusted now. We're going to say that
I still reckon Balgownie favourite. They always back themselves. Keithy ripping in.
I just got a call from Tommy Boz at William Hill. He's set the market at $1.92. Balgownie $1.92. Dabdo. So that's our first innings. 20 overs gone. So they'll be looking to get 102 before the 20 over mark. Run rate required 5.1.
Gareth Ward. Unbelievable innings.
Yeah, so great late performance there. And we're going to take a break and we'll be back for the second innings.
and gentlemen, we're back on. If you've just joined us, Balgownie made 101. Dapto looking to chase that. So Jason Keith opening the bowling. The Bay from Hay, they call him. All right, first ball, Jason Keith. So 2 out on long on and long off, and everyone else in the ring. So what do you reckon Dapto's tactic is here, Jack?
Okay, so just spoke to Dapto's captain there, Paddy Hammond. Pretty wrapped with his team there. Happy to restrict Balgownie to the 101. Was telling me, though, it seemed like was easier to score runs with the wind. A bit of a breeze out there. The Dalton Doctor. So he tends to think that Dapto bat well. They might be able to hold this one out.
Mate, when you got the Bay from Hay bowling, you won't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, well said. So, I also spoke to captain of Balgownie, Jamie Fleming. Surprisingly confident, not like him, that his boys will get home. Well bowled there, flashing outside the off stump.
The Bay from Hay. 2 excellent balls. I'm backing Balgownie here.
So I really think the power play is crucial. Small score. If they can get them away to maybe 7 or 8 and over.
A couple of quick wickets, Balgownie win. Team together, win together.
So I'm just going to pull up Dapto's batting line up here. Another plain miss.
3-dot balls.
So, nice tight start from Jason.
The Bay from Hay.
The front row forward.
Oh, unlucky there. Very unlucky. I didn't mind that ball.
Yeah, probably a bit too much width though. And even though it was more edge than middle, there are runs of plenty down towards the third man region. So 4 scored for Dapto.
So what do you reckon? Dapto go hard or grind?
So I think maybe just try to accumulate, try to stay around 6 and over and not need too many off the last couple.
A couple of early wickets will be absolutely exceptional.
So we've got Falkland from Dapto on strike here and Jai Phillips at the other end.
That's 4 plays and misses.
Well, I think you'll find that one of those balls went for 4.
True.
But
still, he's missed 4.
Bit of a waft outside the off stump. James showing his true colours here as Balgownie's Premier cricketer.
It was an edgy 4. Oh. Keithy mixing things up there. Slow ball. Picked it.
And that is going to run away for 4.
It's a good start from Dapto, to be honest.
Yeah. Not ideal for Balgownie, that is. But Dapto, if you can get... if they're going at that 8 and over, they might be able to rein this in before the 16th, 17th over if everything goes to plan. Batsman talking out there, talking about what box they're going to slap at DLC tonight if they get up.
Queen of the Nile.
I think they've punched clubs and said, where's the gold nugget, Ned? Cody Freeman. So
can do a bit.
Quality swing bowler.
He used to play for Kira, didn't he?
No.
Fair enough.
Never played for Kira. But has been a very handy all-rounder for Bally over the last few years.
Well, Balgownie really missing out on Luke McGregor. He would come in, open the bowl and get 3 for.
He did manage to restrict Uni last year in the last over.
Oh, hit him.
Big run out on opportunity.
Oh, my God. Who was that? Was that Gareth Ward?
Sluggish at best, we'll call that.
That was a sloth at point. Give me that replay. Yeah, to be honest, no one wants to see that again anyway.
Actually, here you go. So, soft hands.
Oh, Gareth Ward, the sloth. Oh, my God. Knuckles grazing the ground.
That's well bowled.
Very, very good ball.
Yeah. I think Freeman's going to be key here.
I think Bally have got this. It's hard to get runs out there.
Yeah. Hasn't been that free-flowing game that we maybe expected, so...
A couple of early wickets, and then put the pressure right back on Chris Gino.
Yeah, he'll be in the sheds. Nervous.
Hit him.
Another opportunity to run out. And
that's very well run, to be honest.
Yeah, I think taking those singles, they don't practice fielding at training, Balgownie, I've heard, so I wouldn't expect him to make many direct hits.
Yeah, I might have to take the boys out for a bit of fielding practice this Thursday.
Freeman steaming in. And...
got to give it.
Not sure they're going to give that one. Sliding down leg slightly. No appeal from the bowler.
Chochi.
So, Dapto. I'd say pretty happy with his start. None for 10. It's been quite a tight over this one. Only 2 runs so far. As we can see, Bar TV have got our required run rate up for Dapto. Only 4.8.
Laughing.
Looked at this scorecard from this morning in Dapto's, and the top order seem to do well. So they've hit form. Gave himself some room there, but straight to backward point, no run.
I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that little dab shot down to third man.
I think you'll find in T20 cricket it's a pretty effective way of scoring runs. Each their own, though.
No runs there.
All right, last ball of Freeman's first over. Advancing, not timed.
Oh,
great hand there.
That was excellent fielding. Is that Fisher? Probably not. Torn.
That was well fielded. And Dapto. No wickets down, which I think...
Very good start from Dapto.
Yeah, I'm thinking if they can keep wickets in hand...
They're going to just grind this like this.
I think the difference might be the big dog Jamie Fleming when he comes on for a roll.
Bring him on now.
Creates pressure.
Keithy bowled well first over.
The Bally boys, their plan is to just build pressure with tight lines and sledge the batsman within the rules of cricket to create wickets. So if you can pick something up in the stump, Mike. Okay, down the ground, lofted.
That was a good shot. The bay from Hay.
So Jai Phillips there going down the ground, but only the one scored. All right, so early days here, but Dapto, I'd say, well on top.
You could say Keith needs those 3 dynamites.
Dropped a little short there, but
I don't mind it. I don't mind a bit of that.
not punished. I think you'll see both teams have struggled finding their timing out there. So maybe the wicket, being the second day it's been played on, 80 overs of cricket yesterday, maybe not the wicket we thought it was going to be. There's a nice shot, but well cut off. Mid-off coming around there. Only the one scored.
So they're dropping like a deep cover here for... Who's this bloke batting?
This is Jai Phillips from Dapto.
So they've got deep cover, nothing on the leg side, so he must be an offside player. Yeah, offside player.
Well called. Only the one though.
Don't mind this. Bit of a battle going on out there.
Yeah. You know, I was saying Dapto might be on top. In saying that though, you know, it's still evenly poised. If they can break through here, pressure builds. Short. And
so edgy.
I think that one's going to run away for 4. 4 unscored. A replay here.
Sickening.
Not overly convincing, but effective. 4 unscored.
You can't be unhappy about that, Keithy. Keep going in. Very edgy.
It's pitched up there and he's just been banged down the ground.
That's a genuine cricket shot.
That's a great shot. 4 unscored for Dapto. And those late 4 balls are going to hurt Bally.
Yeah, so everything we just said then, the opposite happened. Dapto now on top.
Only 1 bounce 4. They hit that well, Falkland. So already got that run rate above the 6, which is what we talked about earlier. Vitally important on a small run chase. You don't want to find yourself needing, say, 10 off the last over. So look to get ahead of it early. Freeman coming on for his second over.
Come from
Lofted, but safe.
Wow. How does he run that good? So
2 scored.
Dapto are coming out swinging, which is good to see.
Yeah, I think if you've got no wickets down, if one guy goes hard here and kind of gets away with 20 or 30,
You're
then,
laughing.
break the game wide open. So they're currently at 8 and over.
Wow.
Smashed
That's
down
an
the ground
excellent
there.
shot.
Yeah, that's going to run away. Jai Phillips.
So Dapto win.
Don't throw the toys out of the cot too early, James. Nice looking shot though. Straight back past the bowler. So Dapto racing along here. Got a feeling that next over it might be
Flem, you got to bring him on.
yeah, big game player. That's another nice shot.
Oh, wow.
Worked off his pads all the way along the carpet. 4 runs, great shot.
Dapto win in 15 overs.
You can see here, Balgownie cricket member James Dixon not liking their chances. But it's a long game, even though it's 20 overs. There will be some little twists and turns, I feel.
Hopefully, otherwise it'll be boring. AF.
Yeah, good comeback ball there.
Come on, Cody.
I like the length there. Just a little shorter. I think those last few were just on that half volley
If
length.
I know Cody, he's coming back here.
Okay.
And I know him quite well.
Just confirming, 2 overs to go. Steve saying his famous white hat.
Oh, exceptional ball.
Looks like he
How's
gave-
that?
No appeal. I know there was a West Indies under-19s game where something similar happened and they appealed
Yeah, that was filth.
and he was given out. And it's a bit
Proper filth.
It's a bit surprising Jamie didn't go up there. That'd be right up his alley, that play. Yeah, so giving himself room there, but no run scored.
That's a good comeback at the end of that over there.
Yeah, he's closed it out well, though. But Dapto,
Here we go.
8 and over, 32,
Where is he? Where's the sheep?
no wickets.
Yep. Sheep's on.
And as called, the big dog Flem.
The human cow is on.
Big game player.
Look, he makes stuff happen. Bit of a Shane Warne
Well said.
ability about him.
I think what he was trying to say is similar to a young Shane Warne.
Just fatter.
All right, so big moment in the game here.
Oh,
It's a good start.
there we go. Balgownie right back in this.
Dot ball. So I think what you'll try to see Flem do is bowl outside that off stump.
He'll just be darting them in. That's what he does at training.
I think you'll find he might fight a few, actually, but
No, he'll be darting them in.
soon to see. He's held that one back. Lofted shot.
Oh, gone. Got to get it.
Chance on the boundary. No. Force. That's a 6. That's the maximum. First of the day. I thought for a second there that kind of wide long on might have been able to get round, but picked the gap well. Decent connection. And any hit at Dalton, if you can get it over the line's a big hit. 6 scored.
Well bowled. Good comeback ball.
So if you look now, Dapto only needs 64 more runs.
Wow.
And plenty of overs remaining. They flighted there. I think Dapto's approach here has been quite smart. So they haven't been defensive and just backing their ability to hit in the areas. And getting those regular boundaries. Most overs. So I think that might be crucial here. Fleming just mixing up the field. Looks
Yeah,
like
so what's going on here?
getting a mid on there. Only allowed 2 out at this stage. So they got long off, wide long on. And he's just worked him around the corner there.
Just drops one short. Classic Flem.
Right, 40. None down. Oh, that's well bowled. But just
That's all they need. Just something to go their way out here.
Yeah, just land safe.
Not a bad over from Flem. Sorry, from the sheep.
So there's 5 overs gone. 1 more left in the power play. I think with wickets in hand, I feel that if Dapto go hard this over and kind of get away with another few boundaries,
So who's bowling here? Is it Freeman or someone new?
I think the change of bowler looks like Watson coming on to bowl.
Andrew Watson.
Not to be confused with Kira Great, Andrew Watson. Different player.
Different body frame as well. All right, come on, boys.
So they've got deep cover and deep third man.
Yeah, that's
Are there
interesting.
2 mans out? So we'll see the lines he tries to bowl here.
2 mans out or 2 men out?
Just mans. One's good.
That's all right.
So I think,
Cross bat.
yeah, I think they're in that position now where they can play quite freely with those wickets in hand. The full 10. So an ideal start.
Just 1 wicket here. Catch.
Hit down the ground well, but no run.
Always worth the ping of the stumps.
Maybe a sign of frustration there, James. No breakthroughs as yet. The required run rate down to 4. So worrying signs for Bally, but don't count them out. And that's well bowled there. Nice slow ball. So Phillips on strike here. He's been hitting them well today. Beautiful shot of Dalton Park there. And that's what can happen when you're on top. The luck goes your way. Inside edge 4. Well bowled, but the result was 4. So Dapto racing. None for 46. Slightly quicker from Watson there. That's well bowled. It's been a good over. Tough luck with that inside edge, but I think that's what Bally need to do. Just keep the bowling changes rolling through. Try something different.
When does power play finish?
At the end of this ball.
6 overs.
But I feel like Bally aren't really in that position where they can have too many guys out with the run rate
You want to keep
required.
them in, yeah. Be aggressive. Oh,
And that's a great shot through cover. Almost
was that into Rosella?
And 4 unscored.
Otherwise, good over.
So he's charged there. It looks like,
wow. He's come right out of his crease there.
yeah, he's lost his footing a little bit, but good connection. And as we can see,
Oh.
I think that's collected one.
It's like the old Seagull massacre.
Great shot there.
So Flem really has to do a bit here. He needs a wicket this over, otherwise Bally are done.
So none for 50 off 6. Really the dream start for Dapto. Haven't really put a foot wrong this game. 1 wicket to change it though. James, who else do you think might come on to bowl for your club?
Well, normally Luke McGregor normally comes in, the old captain killer. Loves to get a captain out. So,
Slog sweep. And he's got a great piece of that.
at 6, 4. Touchy.
We'll just wait for confirmation from the umpires.
So Balgownie really missing El McGregor. He would have come in here, probably would have cleaned up a couple of these batsmen.
I think that was batsman he was trying to say.
Yeah, so Fleming's absolutely tasting it.
So Fallen Phillips dominating at the moment.
Yes! On
And-
your way, son.
Just as we thought.
And just as I predicted, Flem really needs a wicket this over.
He comes to the party when he was needed. Replay. Nicely flighted ball.
No chance. He batted well, though, to be honest. Like that's
Yep.
what Dapto needed, to come out, swing.
Now that was a good innings.
He looks like the guy from Prison Break. Look at all those tattoos.
Great innings there. Ideal start
Michael Schofield, well batted. All right, so Balgownie need to capitalise on this. 1 brings 2, 2 brings 7.
All right, so I think this might be Ben Chapman,
Oh, El Chapdog.
like you've said, yep. So that was the breakthrough Bally needed, just to give him a sniff. That's all they need.
Is he taking leg there? Or... That's another Michael Schofield. If you play for Dapto, you have to have tattoos all up your arms. Come, Flem.
Ooh.
It's nice. He's gone back to that. Like, I would have gone forward.
So, current situation, Dapto, 154. Well ahead of the run rate. Oh, run out chance.
Yes!
And the finger is raised.
That's what we needed.
And Jai Phillips, the set batsman, gone.
Have
Direct hit.
we got a replay here?
I think we'll definitely have one.
Who hit that? Fisher?
Well, let's check the replay. Late cut,
This is exceptional.
gathered, sidearm, gone.
Does not come much better than
And
that.
that's a great decision by the umpire. Naked eye, it's quite hard to call those, but great decision there. Perfect position.
And Jack, we have a game on our hands.
Yes. Now they've got the sniff.
A couple more wickets and then...
So I think that might have been Freeman there.
Can we get another replay, boys? No. Just the one.
One will do.
That was exceptional.
Yeah, so if you can pick up and throw in one motion like that and
Well,
hit the stumps.
we've been doing it at training every Thursday. Get the boys out, put one stump out.
So, 2, 4, 54. Things getting a little bit more interesting, but like I said, the run rate at the moment.
Mate, when Fleming comes on, things happen.
So, new batsman in. Just confirm who this is. Flighted by Fleming. Just the one. It's Wanagratney in here.
Oh,
New batsman. Single to Chapman.
very risky run, El Chapdog.
Okay. So that's closed out that over from Fleming. So he's got the wicket and the run out, which he'll credit to his pressure. He'll probably put that through on my cricket as his wicket.
Fair play too. That was an exceptional over. For old Tinneth.
So, only 46 required. Lots of time, but 2 wickets in 1 over has changed the game slightly.
Who's this, Adam Berwick?
Does look that way. Just got a message from William Hill, Tommy Boz. He's got Dapto at $1.33.
Can we load up on them?
Balgownie now out to $2.89. Place your bets live with William Hill.
So Berwick, the old young leg spinner. Sorry, the old leg spinner, because he's old AF.
I think you'll find Berwick, although he sets up like a leg, he does bowl a lot out the front of the hand.
What wrong, you reckon?
No more straight balls. Not known for his turn. But
Does have a good style about him though. Come on, Wick.
so this will be the 8th over. Run rate still at
Dapto in a very dominant position.
run rate still at 8. Oh, nice start from Berwick there. Run the money.
Just keep it there. 6 balls of that.
You won't get a smile out of Berwick either when he bowls. His resting face is an angry man.
Even that was a good ball.
He will keep it in the contest, though. I like this move. I think spin might be maybe their only way to change this game.
So what have they got? They got a deep mid wicket, long on, and that's about it.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think they have the luxury of keeping those 5 guys out, so got to keep attacking.
Nice flight.
Just work for the single there. I do like the length at the moment, though.
Very nice.
And keep that pitched up.
So Berwick's probably due for a swim at Cornwall Pool after this. He does love his swimming.
Yeah, a bit of a warm down. Look, they're only needing 44 more.
Oh,
So there's the front of the hand delivery I was talking about.
the flipper.
Slash, no run. Another
Yep.
dot ball.
This is excellent, this over. Wicks come in.
So the big game players have
If
arrived.
this doesn't go for a boundary, Bally are on.
Bally have just given themselves a little bit of hope.
All right, come on. Dot ball or no boundary.
Short.
Perfect.
Bit of a dab.
Absolutely perfect over from Adam Berwick.
And that's the 8th over completed. Tapto.
And I just looked at Adam Berwick's Facebook. Adam Berwick is checked into Dalton Park bowling leggies.
Must be have his iPhone in his pocket out there, I guess. I'm not sure if that's legal.
It's frowned upon.
Have to consult the rule book.
So Dapto in a very commanding lead. 44, 12 overs. What were Bally after 10?
I think maybe in the 30s.
Oh, hit him.
Maybe low 40s. But I do
Couple
see
of wickets, and
Yeah.
it could be a really good game.
pressure building. Fleming with no one behind square leg. So maybe...
Oh,
and
that's gone. He's got to give it.
umpire not moved.
Give us a replay on this. Side on.
So that's Fleming giving flight there. I think with that white ball... No,
Oh, wow.
that's a good decision. Foot planted.
As if you saw that. Great keeping from Steve-O.
Every dot helps, though. Oh, and bowled.
Perfect. That's it. That's a game changer.
And Steve Say again, raising his finger when the batsman's been bowled, just to let them know. But that was a great ball from Fleming. That's a big wicket.
Exceptional ball.
One a Karatne.
So is the human nose coming in now?
Dismissed.
Oh, that is... Look at that celebration. He knows that's a big wicket.
I think that's his arm ball there.
Why is he going back to that?
He's expecting turn. It's more drift.
Thinks he's playing on synthetic.
And
We've got a game on our hands, Jack.
required run rate's still only at 3.7. So unless
Wickets.
Dapto really capitulate, you'd think they'd still get there, but
Sri Lanka playing for the spin.
used to those turning decks, the captain told me, I think. All right, so
So Flem's already back to his mark. He wants another one.
new batsman at the crease. I'll just confirm who this is. Would have been Chris Gino, but he would have hit himself down the order looking for red ink, so probably shoved one of the
Yeah,
young,
he wants a nod out.
he shoved the young guy in ahead of him. Bit of a coward's play, but you never know. Might just look to hit that one or two needed just to be out there when they get over the line.
So Flem's got 3 balls here. If he cleans up another one here, we've got a game on our hands.
No run scored. I think the depth in Bally's bowling might hurt them here because Fleming normally is good for about 30 from one end, but being a shorter format, only can bowl the 4. Soft hands. It's a well-run single. Three for 59 now, Dapto.
All right, Flem needs a wicket here.
I think this is Harry McGuinness in him now. Dapto, young gun. So Chapman on strike, and he's worked a 1 there.
It could be 2. Is that Gareth Ward out there at mid-wicket?
I think it might be. All right.
The old casual one-hand pickup?
9 overs, 3 for 60.
Oh, let's be honest. Adapto winning.
Well, I'm looking at that target, 42. If you can start getting it just above that 4 and over. But like I said, I think their depth in their bowling might be tested here. But I think
Wick back on.
Yep, the spin options look like they're working, so I'd assume these guys would
He's
bowl
just
their
got
4.
to give it a bit of... Look at that weather. Look at that ground.
Marvellous.
I reckon if Wick flights him up here, could be a caught behind. Yep, you'll give that single any day.
Just a single out there to cover.
Jason Keith. Has Wick got a wrong on him?
Not sure. I think his change-up delivery is more of a top spinner. You never know. Experienced cricketer, so I'm sure he's got something up his sleeve. So new batsman on strike. This is where Dapto needs to keep ticking it over.
Wow, great ball.
Top ball. As you can see, a few athletes in Bally charging in the ring in the field. No chance of a run.
Great ball. That's what they need, dot balls.
A little shorter there and a bit of rip and bounce. So, plain miss outside off stump.
Right in the block hole.
Almost feel that they've got to bring that deep cover up now. I don't think they've got the luxury of allowing that easy 1.
True.
We will see though. Feel like if they're good enough to hit you through covers, so be it, but I think you need to build that pressure. Top ball.
Great over from Wick here. The more dots, the merrier.
So not far off from halfway here. I think that 120 we talked about earlier would have been very handy, but still in with it.
Oh, come on. Hit him.
Easy single.
Good over there from Wick. Oh, still.
No,
Yeah,
you're
right.
right. You're right. That's the over. And current score, Dapto, 3 for 63 off 10 overs.
So halfway mark. Only 39 to win. 10 overs. 7 wickets in hand.
I've just got another message from Tommy Boz, William Hill. So the market, Balgani $1.20. Sorry, Dapto $1.21. Balgani blown out to 4s now. Place your bets live with William Hill.
Dapto can't lose.
Big shout out to Johnson Legal here. Always get the Bar TV guys down here. Make a great day of it. Big appeal by Fleming.
Oh,
Steve say didn't look
you've
like it.
you've had to use Johnson Legal before, haven't you?
No. But if I ever got myself in trouble, I would.
Must be someone else.
Good shot down the ground, but only one.
So Flem still grinding it out. That's good. One will do. Send it. One will do. cut it off there at mid-off.
Okay, skied ball out, and it's cleared the rope.
He was bowling quite well until he just dropped that.
And that's really going to hurt Bally off the last ball of his over. Just confirming, yep, 6 scored.
That was an exceptional over until that last ball from Tinneth.
You can see the replay here. Really tried to flight that one up. Overpitched. And well hit down the ground by the youngster.
Quite a boring shot, really. He must have muscled it. Didn't hit the middle at all.
Possibly needing a new bat, so that's interesting.
$24 to win. Dapto have this in the bag. Big party at DLC tonight.
Yeah, so you would say now Dapto, after a shot like that, seem to be coasting. Don't really need to take many risks here. But could finish it early. Might not need the 20. Chapman on strike.
El Chapdog.
Berwick bowling. Flighted. Hit to mid on, no run scored. Few hands on hips out there for Bally. Might need to lift.
Probably missing one Luke McGregor. He normally gets the boys up and about in the field.
That's well bowled.
Have a ping. Gareth. Not bad from Gareth there.
So, like I said earlier, only 24 required.
6 fours. Quick math. And with shots like that,
Strongly hit down the ground there.
with shots like that, Dapto will finish this in no time.
But cut off.
Oh. Back at.
Oh.
Actually, that was quite well fielded.
Yeah, it was a direct hit, but scampered back.
Oh, Scampy.
So 3 scored there to Dapto. All runs crucial at this stage. Just reduce that pressure on the lower order. Quicker ball.
So what have Dapto done that's so much better than Bally?
I think it was just the starter where they could get boundaries. Almost every over in the power play went for at least one boundary, and as we're talking, another boundary. McGuinness there. That's a nice.
That was an exceptional little cut shot.
Yeah, he's timed that well. As we see the replay here. Dropped a little short. And good connection. Straight through the gap.
Dapto lucky that they didn't have to get the human nose, Chris Giorgio, out there to wrap the game up.
Like we talked about earlier, he's looking for red ink, so he'll just come in when they only need a few left.
Luxie's not out, doesn't he?
Well, there's a full toss, but not a wide either.
Got away with it.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. The new bat's coming out.
Okay, Dapto. 3 for 79. The title is in reach.
The title or the total?
The title, as in the winner of the 2020 cricket comp. So, captain's there, just run him out a new bat. Hopefully it's not a curse. Sometimes if you change things like that, it can change the match, but...
Are you superstitious, are you, Jack?
Sometimes. I think all cricketers are. Only 23 needed, though, and We've got a bowling change for Balgani. Looks like Lackenby coming on.
Lactose intolerant.
So the young all-rounder from Bally here. He's been given the ball in a very tough situation. All right, first ball, Lackenby.
Well footed. Steve-O keeping up to the stumps. Keeping the batsman honest.
Yeah, it looks like he's got his, maybe those small keeping pads under his long strides there. For a bit more mobility. Only 23 more required. Oh, he's drifting down the leg side there. But not punished. Chapman's done a great job here.
Oh, chap dog.
He's contributed with ball and now bat.
He's had a ripper of a game.
Well cut off there. Almost a chance of a run out the bowler's end. Slower ball, struck down the ground. There's cover there. Should only be one. Pushing for two. It's good cricket from Dapto.
So technically, what is it? 22 or 42 balls?
You were the one with quick maths before.
Yep.
Sorted out.
43 balls.
Only needing 2.6 per over. And
Oh, you reckon you must have got hit hard there?
yeah, possibly an inside edge onto his leg there. He's rubbed it too. You never do that. Never rub it.
Pompey.
Looks like another slower ball there. Throw at the bowler's end. But well in his ground. So that's got it down to only 20 needed.
Safe to say Dapto are coasting, baby.
You swapped teams, have you? And that's
Yep.
well bowled.
I love Dapto.
All right, closing it out, the 13th. Dapto, 3 for 83.
The game.
Yeah, something would have to go very wrong here for Dapto to lose it. I think Fleming as captain needs to...
I don't mind the option of bringing Jason Keith back on.
looks like they're sticking with Berwick, though.
Mm. So George Clooney bowling from the caravan end.
19 required, 7 overs. Well struck. No run.
So Berwick would be pretty tired tomorrow when he goes back to the retirement home after 2 huge days of cricket.
Yep, run scoring machine. Handy all-rounder.
Well
He
played.
struck down the ground there over the top.
Fisher is no chance of getting that.
And you'll see Robbie Fisher's cut that one off. 2 scored.
I was watching the wrong game. So Dapto slowly creeping in to the total.
Nice shot there, one. This has been a great partnership for Dapto. Wouldn't say it was trouble signs, but a few wickets put the nerves on the rest of the team in the lower order. But these guys have really consolidated and put on a great partnership at good going too. Keeping it above 6 and over.
It hasn't been anything risky. It's been proper cricket shots.
Just like that one.
Just like that one.
But you got, at this point in the game, you can play shots like that. Wickets in hand. 14 required. They could finish this in a few overs.
Do you want to put a bet on it? How many overs?
Played across that one there, but he's got his pad outside the line of off stump, so no chance of LB. I think they'll close this out in 16 if things keep going the way they are.
Balgani will really be dreading the fact that Luke McGregor wasn't playing for them today. Not only would he have made more runs, but handy bowler probably would have picked up 4.
There's a nice cut shot.
Oh, well fielded.
That was well cut off.
So what, you reckon they'll finish in 2 overs?
Yep. Maybe 2's all they need. Switching strike regularly, doesn't really seem to be any pressure. But that's really down to the great start from their openers.
Comes as quite a shock that they didn't need the human nose, Chris Georgio. He might come in, get a nod out.
Yeah, probably next in. Like I said, he'll just hide himself down that order, wait for the total to be a bit more reduced. Right, Lackenby on for his second over.
Oh,
And
gotta hate that.
leg side wide, that's gone for buys as well, so
It could be matched this over, Dobbo.
buys but not wides. Interesting.
Chuckji.
That was not Chochi, that was Steve Say umpiring there.
So is that?
11 required. Yeah. Okay, so Dapto on the cusp of maybe another upset, we'd call it. Last year's grand final in the 2-day competition, they knocked Bally off, and looking that way in the T20.
Shot.
And nice shot from Harry there.
This could be done this over, Dobbo.
He's got himself in now and pick the gap.
Look at that.
Down on one knee, good
Elegance.
connection. Yeah.
Almost took out the umpire. 3 balls, 7 runs. What do you reckon this over?
I'm still thinking might take them one more. So,
I reckon this over.
unless Dapto start kicking their own stumps over, I think they're going to win this one. How do you feel about that, James? Being a Bally
well,
through and through supporter?
I'm livid. I'm going to have to hit the boys up this week at training. Got to work on. Ooh. We had no depth in our batting, except for Gareth Ward. He played absolutely out of his skin. But they didn't really want it.
Maybe not enough heart. And
There we go.
bowled. And Steve Say with his signature raising the finger when the batsman's been bowled.
And the Bally boys are really getting around him here. They really needed that wicket.
That's a nice slow ball. It's well bowled, and it looks like Harry McGuinness there dismissed. Top innings, though.
Wait, and Jack, I think you have actually called this Chris Georgio, the human nose, walking out, hiding himself down the order, looking for that not out. Probably wanting to hit the winning runs too. Have you ever seen a man play more for his average than Chris Gino?
No, not really in my time. But I guess at this stage, Dapto are well in control, so he can really do what he wants.
Balgani could win here because that's how many dot balls this club plays.
Okay. The equation is 7 required. 30 odd balls remaining. Too many. Lackamy coming in. Ooh,
Oh, mate.
okay.
Chris's real name is Photius.
So Photius Giorgio just not managing to get off strike there, but like we said, red ink.
Yeah, so Photius came out in a little bit of a leg glance to mid-wicket.
Chapman's still in there. He's done a great job coming in at 3. Rotated the strike.
El Chapo for man of the match, I reckon. He's played out of his skin.
All right. Free meal at the bistro for Dapto's best player, possibly.
Is that Robbie Fisher on the ball?
Yes. This is Fisher, who has a big variety of slower balls.
What does he bowl? Leggies?
Not that I know of, but that was a leg spinner. And 1 scored.
All right, finish it. Finish it this over. Put us out of our misery.
Pretty good performance from Dapto here. Quite convincing.
Chris Giorgio, a.k.a. Photius. Hit and run.
Well played through the offside. That's all they need.
Boundary. Can they bring it up with a 6? No.
Well, not quite a 6, but 4 scored.
What about mid-wicket, just walking in? No, we'll not chase that ball.
Yeah, a bit of a sorry run out to the boundary there to collect that one. Dapto, 2 required. 4 for 100.
40th coming out.
I think he's at the non-strikers end at the moment. That was Chapman.
Notching off that not out.
That red ink we talked about.
All right, what do you reckon? This ball? Oh, 1 to win, surely. Robbie Fisher will drop it in short.
He might be fitting if Chapman hits the winning runs here. MOM, as Dixon was saying.
Yeah.
But a dot ball.
Man of the match, El Chapdog. Straight back to Colombia. And that is game.
Game, set, match.
Chapdo way too good for Balgownie.
The Canaries getting it done again in a final against Bally.
And DLC is going to go off tonight, supposedly.
So well done, Adapto there. I think they...
Credit's due where credit's due. They played out of their skin, bowled very tight.
They batted with intent, knocked it round.
The openers came out and consolidated.
Regularly scored 4s, so impressive. Shaking hands there. I think you might find Bally might start blaming the conditions or something out of their control, but...
Yeah, might have to have a chat with the boys this week. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, Dapto win. Well played.
Thanks to... All right, shout out to Emily O'Donnell who's watching. Her husband needs a late pass for tonight. He's going to need a bit of time off. So thanks to Bar TV for coming down again. Great coverage, always. Dapto T20 Premiers. Thanks for watching.